Welcome back to the channel. Just a quick part of the video, the Enterprise video build. We got the engines done last time. I'm just doing a bit of cleanup now. I don't know if you can tell, but I've removed the seam line from here. It was a pain, but I'm quite pleased with the results. And once it's painted over, there should be no problem at all. So how did I get that? Well, you can see from this side that the seam line is quite bad. I don't know if this camera is going to catch it very well. There it is. I've already rubbed over it a little bit, but you can see it clear as day. The other side was worse. So it was quite simple. With this sponge and quite a coarse grit, it's just a case of rubbing over the plastic, and you can see from the dust we're taking quite a lot off. You can do this wet, but at the moment I'm just doing this dry. I've done the saucer section wet, and I'll show you that in a second. Let's just bring that down a bit so you can see what I'm doing, rather than looking at the problem areas at the front. I'm trying to retain as much of this very vague raised detail as I can, because it's not a lot of it, but there is a bit of raised detail there. I might have to try and scribe my own little bits in. I've never done that before, but you know, it might be a challenge. Come away from the laptop a bit. I don't want to be chucking tons of dust in there. And the problem really is more at the front, where the sides weren't the same thickness, so you've got this step, which is why it needs to be quite coarse. So I'm putting most of the pressure on the one side to take that down, to remove that step. And already it's gone considerably, so just flick the sanding sponge over to the finer grit. Give that a bit of a polish. Now I have got some other files that I'll slowly polish that up a bit. But you see here where we've still got the gap, slight gap, little dent, little hole, and there. What I shall do is I shall probably go over with some professional cement, just put it in that little hole there, let it go off, and then just sand that top off, and that should be good to go then. I've got rid of the one on the top as well, and I've sanded all this down. So that's the fuselage almost ready, barring a few little bits and pieces that need doing to it. The saucer section went really well. I don't know if you can remember what it looked like, but it had a horrible seam around the bottom. Now let's see if we can get this, I don't know if you can see that, there we go. And I'm really pleased with how the saucer sections come out. Once that's primed up, sorry, I don't think you'll see this line at all. There's a shadow of it visible in places. And then I came to the sections that have got the bad plastic damage from when it came off the sprue. Now some of them were quite bad, and I started to sand some of them out and sort of see about filling. But then I thought, like this one here, I don't know if you can see that one there, we've got a little sort of chipped piece. I think that if I put a bit of black sort of soot powder around there, we could get away with making that look like a laser blast to the side of the saucer. Because although it would only be small on this, if this was to scale and you were stood there, it would be massive. That section there would be huge, and that would look suitable. So with that in mind, I went round, and I think there is another suitable candidate just here, an area I was going to fill, but I think I may make that look like a laser blast as well. We'll see. I'm not entirely certain. I've had a dry fit of it together. It does look really good. It's coming together well. So we're sort of, we're looking like that. Then we've got the engines that will come up from the back. It's going to be beautiful when it's built, I've got to say. Reservations aside about the plastic, which I wasn't keen on, I'm still not keen on, but I think this is going to look fantastic when it's built. So that's where we are at the moment. These are still drying, so I can't. I'm not going to sand these yet, because I want to make sure that glue's really gone off before I start messing about with it. Got to be careful with the sanding, especially when you're using a coarse grip, because the plastic is quite thin in parts, and we really don't want to be sanding it away until there's nothing left but a bit of a fragile piece of dust. Yeah, it's looking very good indeed. So it's a short and sweet one. Sorry about that. Dust on the laptop. Can't have that. So very short and sweet, but that's part 3 really, which is just showing you that it's been sanded, the parts have been sanded. On the next part I expect to be looking at priming, and might do a full sort of as I prime video. We'll see though, a bit nearer the time. Okay, well thanks for watching anyway. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and tell everyone to come and have a look at the site, and bye for now.